characters for you tonight. And to get me started, I need two things. First of all, I'd love to get your favorite 19th century painter. Somebody you really dig. Gets you in your happy place when you go to a museum or...
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh, I love it. Thank you so much. And the second thing, can I please get, can I please borrow a layer of outer clothing that I can use for one of the characters, like a scarf, what have you. Literally hit over the head with audience participation. Thank you so much. All right, so this evening, CommuniKate presents Van Gogh. Let's please. Bonjour. I am so happy that you're here, Mr. Van Gogh. Your brother CEO told me so much about you and your art. It is such a pleasure to have you. For me, it's so important here in my home, Charbonnier House, to welcome artists here, to be part of this community. It's a beautiful thing for me. I love what you do, and I think it's really beautiful. I love your colors. They're so bright. It's almost like I am blinded by them. They're so gorgeous. And I think that when I see your art and I see you, I see someone who takes people in so much and so quickly, and with so much vibrance and vivacity that it can only be for a certain time. No? I sense that when you have friends, you can't hold on to them for very long because you overwhelm them with your colors. No? I can do that too, I understand. When you hear a beautiful piece of music, or you see someone dance really beautifully, you want to hold on to that, and you don't want to let it go. Because when something ends, it's so sad. It's so very sad that you just want it to continue, but then it's gone. My husband, we would see all the paintings on the walls. My husband, we would go to the museum together on Sundays. We would go to our favorite room and we would sit at a bench. And he would take my hand just so, like that. Like our hands were meant to fit together. And we would just stare. And we would just look. But now it is me. And I am looking alone. And I am overwhelming people. And that is why I am so glad you have come. Because you won't overwhelm me. I understand you. Lights, please. Well, so I said to myself, Muriel, you've finished a career of accounting, you've been sensible, you've always cleaned your keyboard with antibacterial lotion, you've had the beautiful Kleenexes just so, and very attractive like a star pattern. Everything has been in its place, and I in it, you know. So I said to myself, I'm retired. I mean, I don't owe anything to anyone. You know, we have the home boca and the grandkids come, and that's very pleasant, but it's very bland. You know what I mean? So I said to myself, ha! That's what I said. That was the voice, you know. It goes, ha! And it's the horror. Because when I take a belly dancing class, my teacher, Serengeti, that's her actual name. She says, listen to your horror. And so by horror, was I was looking at the real estate section of the Times, and I was looking at it not for the news of the day, but with my horror. And so, when I used my horror, the first thing I came upon is this beautiful cottage. Could you die? I think you could. Look at the stones, because I'm from Brooklyn, and look at these stones. They're falling apart on purpose. Where I grew up in the neighborhood, because people got into fights and they defaced property, those were the kind of stones that I was used to. But this is kitschy and legitimate. It's adorable. And look at this wall. It's like a peacock saying, "Hello, I'm here." And look, it's chipping on the corner, but legitimately so. It's not out of neglect. It's just a purposeful artsy choice from like several hundred years ago. Mind you, it is the beautiful summer. I understand what Van Gogh saw in this place because the colors, my God. I feel them in my Serengeti, you know what I mean? Really rich colors. And these, I'm going to tell you something, these men, all right, they're very attractive. And the French, all right? And you know what you get with the French. Don't get monogamy, you don't get talking about your feelings, you don't get talking at all. But I like it. They're French, I understand. They pass by, they're charming. It's all right. I'm very excited about this new chapter in my life. And I think I'm gonna FaceTime the girls and I'm gonna take them through the house. And they're gonna be so proud of me. And indeed, I am proud of me. So ladies, listen to me. I want you to listen to your Serengeti horror. Lights, please. Okay. Well, you know, this is so typical of Chauncey. She has an art history project, and she doesn't start it till the night before, okay? And she has a volleyball match tomorrow that's very important. There's some college scouts that are coming to look at it. So who gets stuck having to put this art history project together? The devoted mom. And I could tell that she was winding me up for this because she does that thing that she does. She goes, "Oh, Mom, you're so devoted," right? Like the way Joan of Arc was devoted when she was burned at the stake, right? So what she's done here is a bunch of nudes, okay? And it's a bunch of Degas nudes. And, you know, they're very beautiful. I have to say, you know, Chauncey's a last-minute girl, but she does have an eye. And I wouldn't tell her this because I don't want her to think that I'm going to finish all of her homework at the 11th hour. But I do enjoy having these moments when everyone in the house has gone to bed and I've set up all the cereal and milk for the kids for breakfast tomorrow. And I can just look at these. And the way the light hits them, it's just lovely. I had, when I was much younger, a French boyfriend, and he was a painter. I think you should be very choosy, and I told my daughter this about who you take your clothes off for. That one said, if a French painter asks you to disrobe, I think you should do it. And so, I'm not going to tell my daughter how much pleasure I'm getting from this. But I'm going to put these nudes together.